There are two ways of planning for an emergency. One is setting up an emergency fund and second is insurance. So in today's video, I am going to tell you all about what kind of insurances you should have and then which credit cards you should use and you should not use to pay for these insurances. Let's get started. But before we start, do not forget to hit the subscribe button because it's very important that the channel grows, because that will keep me motivated to make fantastic content for you guys. All right, let's begin. So folks, like emergency planning is very important for everybody, right? You may end up with an emergency like a healthcare emergency or a job loss, and you don't want to be in a situation where you want to withdraw money from your long-term investments. Take example of COVID. During COVID, the stock markets crashed and a lot of people lost their jobs also. Would it have been the right time to withdraw money from long-term investments in the stock markets because you lost your job? No. That's why you should be, doing emergency planning. Now, emergency planning is done through two ways. Number one is having an emergency fund. You can have this fund as say 24 months of expenses and as small as 3 months worth of expenses, depending on a lot of factors which we'll probably talk about in another video. And the second is by buying an insurance. So there are 4 types of insurances which are very important. Let me first list them down before we talk about the credit cards that you can use to buy these insurances. The first type of insurance is a term life insurance. This will pay out a lump sum to your family in case of death. I'm sure everybody, all of us know somebody who passed away during COVID, right? And if that person had a term insurance, their family would have been well off today. So it's very important that everyone has a term insurance. Second is a health insurance. You may say that my employer is already giving me a health insurance, but that's not enough. Any employer designed health insurance is only based on their budget. It's not for you. So you should have a personal insurance, okay? Personal health insurance, because this is something that you will continue for the rest of your life, and it will keep you insured. You will not get an insurance when you want, right? Insurance is only given to you when you are healthy and insurable. So get it today and try to get a higher cover. Next is an accident cover. Accident cover will pay out lump sum on an happening of an accident and eventual disability. So if there is a permanent total disability or a permanent partial disability, which means loss of 2 hands is a total disability, loss of 1 hand is a partial disability, you will get a lump sum payout. These accident covers do not cost a lot of money. If you are somebody who is prone to accident on a day-to-day basis, you should definitely consider this policy. It means that, say for example, you are riding a bike on a daily basis, right? You are prone to an accident. Get this cover. And last but not the least, critical illness insurance cover. This is also very important, but also depends on your family's health history and your personal health, right? So if you think that you are healthy enough and taking care of your body, you don't need this insurance. And I personally think that you should look at this insurance after you cross the age of 30 or 35, because it's slightly an expensive policy to buy. So if you want me to discuss everything, all these products and insurances in detail, comment and tell me, discuss, and I will make a separate video on each of these insurances. Before I tell you about the credit cards that you can use, take some rewards from these expenses, because it may happen that you have been spending money on insurance and a claim never comes, and I hope that none of you get a claim in your lifetimes, but we should be able to use the right set of credit cards and at least get some rewards back, right? At smartness, right? So I am going to tell you all about the credit cards. Before I tell you about that, remember that I have a newsletter which talks about credit cards. So it is sent monthly and it will cover everything from the world of credit cards, from all the news to redemptions, everything I think that you should know about. So I'm sharing the links in the description box below. Check this out. It's a paid newsletter obviously, but it's very cheap and I think it will add a lot of value to you. Now let us move on to the credit cards and see which cards can be used for insurance payments. First up is the HDFC trifecta, HDFC Infinia, HDFC Diners Black Metal and HDFC Business Black. All these 3 cards give you, 3.3% on insurance bill payments. There is a daily cap of 5,000 points, so do make sure that you do not make an insurance premium payment of more than 1.5 lakh rupees in a day. But it's a great card to earn flat 3.3% on insurance payments. You can, if you have one of these cards, you can use these to make your insurance premium payments. Next is the MX trifecta, right? So I would rather suggest the MX Platinum Travel, because even though this card will not give you points on making the insurance premium payment directly, but the payments will be considered for the milestone. Not only this, if you are able to say buy Amazon Pay vouchers, right, from the gifter platform and make the insurance payment, it may not be possible at the time of first time payment of the policy, but on renewal, right, you will get points on the Amazon Pay voucher as well. I'm sharing the referral link of this card. I think this is a fantastic card to have. I have the HDFC trifecta and I also have the MX Platinum Travel. I try to use the MX cards for my milestone purposes for the insurance payments, right? Next up is the HSBC Premier Credit Card, flat 3% on all spends, but a very, very difficult card to have. I have discussed this card in detail in one of the videos and I'll share the link for that in the description box below. HDFC Tata New Rupee Credit Card is also a fantastic card. If your premium payment is under 40,000 rupees, you can use the HDFC Tata New app and make the payment and get 5% back, which is more than the HDFC Infinia Business Black and the Diners Black, right? So probably if you're not getting the MX cards or the HDFC trifecta, get this and start making your renewal payments. A great card to have. Next is the another card from HDFC platform, which is the HDFC Regalia card or the HDFC Regalia Gold card. Both these cards will earn you points on insurance payments. So if you're not able to get the HDFC cards, then Regalia or Regalia Gold is something that you can start with, because HDFC as a partner may not give you these cards directly, right? You need to build relationship with them. At least that's what I have personally experienced with them. So it may make sense for you to start with these. And like I said about the MX gifter, even if you want to increase your reward rate on the HDFC cards, right, to make insurance premium payments, you can also buy the Amazon Pay vouchers from HDFC gifter platform and make these payments, right? So here you will get 5x reward points as usual. So you will have to strategize. You may use a combination of these cards. Say for example, you can use MX Platinum Travel card and HDFC Infinia, buy 10,000 rupees each worth of vouchers of Amazon Pay and then make the payment, right? So play around, strategize, start collecting your Amazon Pay vouchers from say 2 months or 3 months in advance for the insurance premium payments and earn the accelerated rewards as well. If there is any other card, comment and tell me which card you are using for insurance payments. Now, let us also discuss certain cards that you should not be using at all. First is the Axis Atlas card, right? Axis Atlas card is a strict no-no for insurance payment, for jewelry purchases, for government spends, for utility bill payments, for tax payments and so on, right? So make sure that you are not using the Axis Atlas card. Make sure that you are not using the Axis Magnus card as well, right? Because the exclusions remain same. The HSBC Travel 1 card also does not give any reward points on insurance payments. So make sure that you are not using that card as well. Alright, so folks, I hope you enjoyed today's video. You learned about emergency fund, insurances. If you want me to make more detailed videos about personal finance, comment in the section. Comment and let me know. If you like the video, share it with your friends and ask them to watch the video till the end. Ask them to subscribe to the channel, because I am only trying to create videos which is going to add a lot of value to your life. And one more thing, if you want to work with us and help you in your personal finances, I am sharing my email address in the description box below. Please write an email and get in touch with me and I will help you get started. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for future videos.